welcome. And today, I am not happy. Yes, and I want to say something clearly that Manchester United have a very, very toxic, divisive, and divided fan base. Yes, this is something I'm going to say very, very clear to you that Manchester United have a very, very divisive, a very, very divided fan base, and the fan base is actually a problem because we see very huge Manchester United fan base, huge followership who are actually carrying out an agenda against Ruben Amorim. A lot of us talking about how Ruben Amorim, how Manchester United looked good when playing four at the back, and how Manchester United look like a team that is struggling when we play three at the back. Ruben Amorim many of the times have actually said something very, very clear, and most of the times it is not about the system, it is not about the formation that is being played, but the personnel. This is a very important part of Ruben Amorim's message to Manchester United fans every other time. The personnel. And I see these tabloids who are keen on carrying out this agenda about how Manchester United how Manchester United is not doing well or will not do well with Ruben Amorim. Listen, they talked about they went ahead to talk about how Manchester United played well against Bournemouth and we drew that game. So they went ahead to talk about how Manchester United played well against Newcastle. We won that game 1-0, and how Manchester United played well. How Manchester United went back to three at the back and played really badly against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and we drew that game. But nobody will take you on the narrative that Manchester United actually have been doing very well this season. Nobody wants to talk about how Manchester United have improved in their playing style this season. Nobody talks about how Manchester United look a little bit more consistent with playing with three at the back and all of that. Nobody talks about how Manchester United looks like a team that when we are defending, we are defending with a lot more bodies at the back. Nobody talks about that, and nobody discusses how easy it is to play through the press and set the wide players on the ball. Nobody talks about it. It feels like there is this agenda against Ruben Amorim. He's a manager that has come to the Premier League. He's playing in a different style of football. He's playing his own brand of football, and this is a style of football nobody else is playing, and he's bringing success with it. And a lot of Manchester United fan bases are all worried about it because this man is making progress with something they said he was not going to make progress with. Look at it. If you look at if you go and look at most of these fan channels who are against Ruben Amorim, are people who predicted that Ruben Amorim will not do well at Manchester United. These are the kind of people that you see them that are always against Ruben Amorim. Yes, because they predicted that the manager was not going to do well at United. Manchester United finished 15th last season, and they said, oh, that this guy, a lot of these fan bases claimed, or they actually predicted that by November last year Ruben Amorim would be gone. Yes, a lot of them predicted it, that by November last year Ruben Amorim would be gone. And now this is 2026, this is January 3rd, and Ruben Amorim is still a Manchester United player, and the agenda must continue. The agenda must agenda. They are not talking about Ruben Amorim losing loads of players to injury and to AFCON. They are not talking about it. All they are hell bent on is, why would Ruben Amorim play? Why would Ruben Amorim go back to a three-man when Manchester United looked good, when Manchester United attacked well, when we played four at the back? And Ruben Amorim has said that he's not going to change his system, and this is something he's made very clear. Ruben Amorim has said it clearly that the system is going to take time, and And what I can interpret with all what Ruben Amorim has done in this season is clear, and what I can interpret with it is very, very clear. I can tell you that as it is, Ruben Amorim has shown that Manchester United can actually adjust, can actually twist, can actually turn formations around. And Manchester United, Ruben Amorim has said it clearly: if I have to adapt, I will adapt. If I have to play a different style, I will do it. But I cannot do it because the fans say it is the best. I cannot do it because the fans are clamoring. I am the manager and I will do what is best for the team. Do you think that Ruben Amorim wants to lose his job? That's the question. Do you think that Ruben Amorim wants to lose his job? That is the question you should ask yourself. Have you ever coached a team? Do you know what it takes? You know, the manager has a system. The manager believes in a system. The manager knows his players. The manager understands what he wants to do. The manager understands the league better. He's studying the league. He's looking at his players. He knows what he wants to achieve with his players. Manchester United, in some sections of this season, looks a very good team. One thing I have always made a lot of people understand is this: Manchester United will not give you the consistency that you seek right now, because this is a team that is still being built. This is a club that is bankrupt. Manchester United does not have the kind of money the fans think that Manchester United have to get in players, and this is why Manchester United is hell-bent on making long-term signings. Yes, they are hell-bent on making long-term signings. They don't want to. Manchester United do not want to get in signing maybe loan deals, short-term 1 year, 2 year signing. This is the reason why they are going for a long-term signing, 5 years, 6 years, because they do not have the money to throw around. And that is why before they come for you, you must have agreed that you want to play for Manchester United. All of these things are reasons why Ruben Amorim, there are factors at which Ruben Amorim would work with, the Glazers and Ineos would work with Ruben Amorim. The news out there is that there is tension between Jason Wilcox at Manchester United. There is tension between Jason Wilcox and Ruben Amorim. That is the news out there, and I tell you that this has to do with signing of players, because Jason Wilcox has made it clear that Manchester United will want to be getting players who will be keen on playing for Manchester United. Yes, who are keen on playing for Manchester United. Jason Wilcox is the director of football at Manchester United, right? And when Ruben Amorim is the manager of the players at Manchester United, and whenever you have to get in players, you have to go through Jason Wilcox and Ruben Amorim. Another person is Christopher Vivel. Yes, that is one other person, Christopher Vivel. Christopher Vivel is the head of recruitment at Manchester United, right? He goes in and he's the one to negotiate numbers. He's the one to negotiate amounts and all of those things. He's the one to look out for the scouts. He's the one to look at the profile of the player, what Ruben Amorim wants, and all of that. And that is his job, head of recruitment. And when you look at these three guys, Jason Wilcox, director of football; Christopher Vivel, head of recruitment; Omar Berrada is the CEO at Manchester United. All of them are they are all together in making decisions for players that come to Manchester United. That is very clear. They are together in making decisions for players that will come to Manchester United. And so it is very, very clear that we are Manchester United is a team that is going through transition, and it's going to take a little time before Manchester United starts playing with consistency. The game against Leeds, I've said it in my video that it's going to be a difficult game, because playing against Leeds it's a derby. The game against Leeds is a derby, and Manchester United, we know that we are without our players. And we know that even if we have a decent backline in Lisandro Martinez, even if we have a decent backline in Lisandro Martinez, what's it called, Aiden Heaven, and the rest of them, even if we have a decent backline, at the end of the day, we are going to be find it difficult to play because we have a very weak or midfield, right? A very weak midfield. Because in the midfield, what we are going to see, we are either going to see Jack Fletcher, or we are going to see Manuel Ugarte and Casemiro. And the question is, you don't know if you're going to press. You don't know if Manchester United is going to sit back, because we are traveling to Elland Road to play against Leeds United, and we are traveling. We are without Mazraoui, we are without Ahmad, we are without Mbeumo, we are without we are without Bruno, we are without Matthias de Ligt, we are without Harry Maguire. We are without loads of players for Manchester United, right? And these players are important players for Manchester United. They are very instrumental at how Ruben Amorim plays football. And this is something we all should know. They are very instrumental at how Ruben Amorim plays football. And Manchester United fans should know that, because we are all divided on Ruben Amorim. Some people predict that Ruben Amorim is not going to do well. Other people predict that Ruben Amorim is going to do well. Some people want Ruben Amorim out. Other people want him to stay. And all of this affects Manchester United as a club, because the fan base is divided. Some fan base are negative and other fan base are positive. And it is a very big hit on Manchester United, on the manager and on the players, because we are all over the social media, you know, talking to the manager, talking to the players, talking everywhere. Manchester United is a very big franchise, and the fan base is huge. Yes, and we've given other people the opportunity. Yeah, we've given other people the opportunity to come in, sneak in, claim to be Manchester United fans, just to slander the club. Yes, a lot of Manchester United fans feel like, oh, why should it take Manchester United 2 years? Why should it take Manchester United 3 years to fix the club? Why? We've been mismanaged for over 10 years, 10 to 12 years. Manchester United has been mismanaged for over 10 to 12 years. And right now, you have a manager who is stubborn about his belief. If Alex Ferguson was not stubborn about his belief, I'm going to tell you that Alex Ferguson would not achieve half of what he achieved at Manchester United. Yes, you have to be stubborn about your belief. You have to be, see, listen, to all of you who want Ruben Amorim out, I'm telling you one thing, yeah? Ruben Amorim is telling you guys to shut up. Yes, because last season you claimed that he wasn't good enough. He was going to relegate Manchester United, right? And this season he's 6th in the Premier League. And I know some of you felt, oh, Ruben Amorim should finish 8th. If he finishes 8th, 8 is good. 8 is nice. 8 is okay. But Ruben Amorim is changing it gradually. He's changing it for you people gradually. And you will be shocked where Ruben Amorim will finish in the season. You will be shocked. Yes. And if the board does not get Ruben Amorim players in this January, then the board is shooting themselves on the leg. Because let me tell you something, it is only going to result to a sack. It is only going to result to a sack. And I'll tell you something, yeah. Ruben Amorim leaves Manchester United. Manchester United goes back to square one, and it is on you fans, because it is going to be on all of you fans to start shouting all over again. It is going to be on all of the fans to start quarreling, to start shouting all over again. Yes, you shouted when it was Louis van Gaal. You shouted when it was David Moyes. You shouted when it was Jose Mourinho. You shouted when it was Ten Hag. You shouted. You called him a PE teacher when he was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And you are going to shout with any manager that comes to Manchester United. You are going to shout. You are going to say the manager is not good enough. You're going to say sack him. Yes, that is the trend of Manchester United fan base. Yeah, you are used to winning. In the last 15 years, Sir Alex Ferguson left 2013. 2013 to 2023, 2023 to 2025. That is 12 years. That is 2023, 2025. That is 12 years. 12 years without the league title. 12 years of claiming that all managers are not good at Manchester United. No patience to build. No patience to start from the bottom. Manchester United is no longer the club Sir Alex Ferguson left. There is no David Gill at the club anymore. There is no Ed Woodward at the club anymore. So Manchester United is not the club Alex Ferguson left. So you have to witness Manchester United being rebuilt. And for Manchester United to be rebuilt, you have to go through the turmoil. You have to go through the inconsistencies. You have to go through the leaking roofs. You have to go through everything for Manchester United to be rebuilt. And you have to be patient as Manchester United fans. You have to be. Because you are not patient, you can't get it right. Yes, you will not get it right. You will not come in. Because Manchester United is not like Man City. Man City's got the money to invest in players. Manchester United board, Jim Ratcliffe, they all claim that they all claim that there is no money. They all claim that Manchester United do not have the money. When it came with Pep Guardiola. When it came to Roberto Mancini, Emmanuel Pellegrini, Pep Guardiola, all of these managers were supported. Where Man City was out there getting players. When it came to Jose Mourinho, Roman Abramovich was getting players for the club, for the manager. Now it is Ruben Amorim. This club has never given any manager the right players for what they want to do. The manager points at a player, the club sleeps on it. And now it is Ruben Amorim. We all know that we have to beef up our midfield. It is clear. We all know that we have to beef up the midfield. It is clear. But what is the board doing? The January transfer window, they want to tell you that, oh, we cannot get in players. Right? Tell me, of all the players scouted by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, how many of the players were brought to the club? Jude Bellingham, Erling Haaland. I can name a few. How many of them were brought to the club? How many of them did we go for? How many of them did Manchester United negotiate for? How many of them? None of these people, none of them were brought to the club. A serious club will go all out for players the manager wants. Look at us struggling with Benjamin Sesko. We are struggling with Benjamin Sesko. But look at it. The manager wanted Oli Watkins. The manager made it very clear why he wanted Oli Watkins at the club. Look at Brian Mbeumo. Brian Mbeumo came to Manchester United and is an instant hit. If Matheus Cunha starts playing with the team, Matheus Cunha is an instant hit. But look at Benjamin Sesko. We've been waiting. August, September. I can't remember when he started playing. When Benjamin Sesko played his first match. But ever since, we've been waiting for Benjamin Sesko to kickstart his goal scoring career for Manchester United, and it's not happening. And the manager said this clearly. It will take Benjamin Sesko time to get used to the Premier League. And this is not rocket science. You can see it. Many of Manchester United fans even prefer Joshua Zexi to play that much more than Benjamin Sesko. Sesko cannot occupy defenders. Sesko cannot play the ball into the back of the net. It is going to take him time, and the manager told you this. And the board is not going for any player the manager is talking about. The manager is telling you, get this player. We need this player. We need this player. Because if we are Manchester United, then we should be proactive in the transfer market. We should show ambition. We should be showing ambition in the transfer market. But we are not doing any of that. Then the fans would come out. Then some delusional fans would come out and tell you, Ruben Amorim out. Out to where? Ruben Amorim out to where? What manager are you going to bring that has saved the club? Which manager did you bring to Manchester to the club that saved the club? Every manager, the fans will claim not good enough. Marcus Rashford said this in his interview after he went to Barcelona on loan. He said it, in the middle of a project, Manchester United starts another one. In the middle of a project, Manchester United turn around to start another project. That is sickening. These are players. You are telling them one thing today, and the next day you're telling them to start a different thing entirely. It is sickening. It is sickening, and I'm telling you clearly that Manchester United with Ruben Amorim is going to do well. Getting players. Get the players for Ruben, and you will see him do well. It is clear, crystal clear. Last season we were 15th. We were -6 on goal difference. We only gathered 20 points after 19 games last season. And this season, we are 30 points, 6th position. And if we are able to get a win, if we were able to get a win over Wolverhampton Wanderers, we will be 5th. We will be in the Champions League spot. If we are able, okay, let me pull up the Premier League table. I'll pull up the Premier League table right now. Let's go. So you would understand it clearly. I'll pull up the Premier League table. Now listen. Manchester United is 6th with 30 points. A win against Leeds United puts Manchester United in the 4th position. Yes. A win against Leeds put Manchester United in the 4th position. Even if it's for 3 hours. Even if it is for 3 hours. Even if it's for 1 hour. A win against Leeds puts Manchester United in the 4th position over Chelsea, over Liverpool. Last season, we were not contending. Last season, we were not contending to be in the top 4. Listen, I'll tell you something. For you to be in the top 4, you should be aiming to win the league. That's the only way you stay in the top 4. You should be aiming to win the league. Look at Aston Villa. Aston Villa is 2nd right now in the Premier League table, 42 points, 3 points off Arsenal. How long has Unai Emery been at Aston Villa? How long has Unai Emery spent at Aston Villa? He spent close to 5 years. He spent 5 years at Aston Villa. Three years. Unai Emery has spent 3 years at Aston Villa. Ruben Amorim is barely 1 year at Manchester United, and he is dragging with a dilapidated squad. He is putting in a claim to be in the top 5. He's putting in a claim to be in the top 5 with a dilapidated squad, with a squad that we all know is not good enough. And then you want someone to come make you believe. You want someone to come make you believe that Ruben Amorim has a future elsewhere and not at Manchester United, because Ruben Amorim plays back 3 or back 4. The system is not the problem. The system has never been the problem. The problem has been the board and incompetent, inconsistent players. Now we can see, look at Bruno Fernandes is not in the club. Bruno Fernandes is not in the squad. We can clearly see how lackluster the midfield is. We can't even create chances. We can't even create half decent chances. We do not have any player in the Manchester United squad that has the ability of Bruno Fernandes in chance creation. We do not have any player in the Manchester United squad that has the imagination of Bruno Fernandes. We don't. And you believe that someone out there wants to make you think that Ruben Amorim is not doing his best with Manchester United. Mr. Fox OG, we need to sell Ugarte. Yes, Galatasaray, we hear that Galatasaray is coming. We actually hear that Galatasaray is coming for Ugarte. We hear that, and we hear that what's his name? Joshua Zexi is trying to force a move to AS Roma. So all of this would give Manchester United spaces to make to go in for transfers. But we know that we need urgently we need signings. We need people to come into the club. We need players. We need very good players to come into the club. I am going to be Ruben Amorim in. Whether he gets it right or not, I'm going to be Ruben Amorim in. Yeah. I'm not outing. No Ruben Amorim out. We have to support the manager. The fan base is too divided. We have to give the manager time, and we have to back the manager. He is trying to put us in very good space. He's trying to put. Listen, this guy is walking his head off. He's walking his socks off. The media is questioning him. The media is making it very uncomfortable for him in every way possible. So it is clear what the media is trying to do with Ruben Amorim. They did it with Jose Mourinho. Yeah. If you are a pragmatic manager, if you are a manager who have self-belief in yourself, the media would want to distract you. And this is what Ruben Amorim calls noise. This is all noise. Because there is a job to do, and the job is to take Manchester United back to where it is. Back to where it should be. Manchester United, see, listen, let me tell you, Manchester United should not be competing for Europa League. Manchester United is a team that competes in the Champions League and in the Premier League. Listen, you cannot talk to a you cannot talk to a Real Madrid fan about the Europa League. You cannot talk to a Real Madrid fan about the Europa League. He does not know what it means to be in the Europa League or to play in the Europa League. He does not know what it means. Europa League is a league that was designed for people who did not do well enough. The Champions League was designed for champions, and the Europa was designed for people who came below the champions, those who did not do well enough, those who failed. And now, because they want more money, they create a different section called the Conference League. All of these are cup competitions for losers. The only genuine cup competition is the UEFA Champions League. And this is where Manchester United is supposed to be. This is where Manchester United ought to be playing. And Ruben Amorim is the manager to do it. Listen, don't let nobody tell you anything. Listen, this is the same way they did with Mikel Arteta at Arsenal. It was all sack Mikel Arteta. He is not good enough. This, that, and this. Everything. They said everything negative about Mikel Arteta. But listen, today, Arsenal sits on top of the table with 4 points. Today. It is no longer sack Mikel Arteta. It is about Arsenal is the best team in Europe. Arsenal is the best team in the league. Arsenal can win the league now. But then, if Arsenal had sacked Mikel Arteta, will they be in this position by now at this time? They did it to Unai Emery. Unai Emery fell out with players in the team before he moved to Aston Villa. And now look at him with Aston Villa. Look at him with Aston Villa. Look at where he is with Aston Villa. Aston Villa is making a claim for the title. They are just 3 points. 3 points off Arsenal. If Arsenal does not win this game against Bournemouth, they are 3 points off. Arsenal wins this game. Arsenal wins this game. They will be 6 points away. But they wanted Mikel Arteta gone at a point. They wanted Unai Emery gone at a point. Mr. Fox OG, that's all. You've said it all. He led the squad at 15th place. He played the Europa League final at 15th place in the league. He beat top 4 teams in Spain. He beat top 4 teams in Spain. And you tell me he got rid of players who were not good enough for Manchester United. Got rid of players who were causing problems at Manchester United. And right now we are in 6th place. Somebody wants to let you know, or somebody wants to tell you that Ruben Amorim is not doing enough. How much did Sunderland spend in this summer? How much did Sunderland spend this summer? They got in players, and they came into the league, and they are playing very well. Manchester United got 3 attacking players, no midfielders, no wing backs, just 3 attacking players and a goalkeeper. That was what all Manchester United got: 3 attacking players and a goalkeeper. And still, Ruben Amorim improvises a way to play the midfield so that Ugate's incompetence will not be felt too much. Because Ugate is incompetent in the midfield. He had to play Bruno in that position. Because Bruno will be with a lot more experience than Kobe Mainu. Kobe Mainu is a young player, and the fans' negativity can actually affect him negatively. And he wants Kobe Mainu, he wants to train Kobe Mainu, he wants to guide him into a good player. Bruno Fernandes said it the other time. So somehow I want Manchester United fans to get to know this. It is very, very clear. We are not in a good place right now. There is crisis at the club. The board is not buying players. Yes. The manager does not have his players. The board is supposed to be supporting the manager now. This is the transfer window. The transfer window is open and the board is supposed to be supporting the manager in this moment. The board is supposed to be supporting the manager in this moment. Naeem, yeah, Naeem, you're welcome. Welcome to everybody who's joined the live. Please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button if you're joining for the first time. Thank you. Ruben Amorim has never been the problem. The system has never been the problem. The players, the board has to be equipping the manager. The board has to be supporting the manager. If Manchester City did not support Roberto Mancini, he would not win the league. Yes, if Manchester City did not equip Pep Guardiola, he would not win the league. If Chelsea did not equip Jose Mourinho, he would not win the league. It is clear. For a manager like Ruben Amorim, as intelligent as Ruben Amorim, I think the board has to be equipping him. That is it. The board has to be equipping him. Thank you, guys. So, guys, I would stop. I will stop for now. If I have more information on what is going on at Manchester United, I'll be back here. I'll see you again in my next live broadcast. I want to follow the Arsenal Bournemouth game, and I might be back later tonight to have another broadcast. I'll see you again. Thank you.